From the Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Arnab Goswami on the debate at 9. Presented by Amity University. Powered by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group, Century Ply and JK Tires.
Good evening and welcome. Arvind Kejriwal's government is in the middle of a massive liquor scam. And I have a series of 16 questions tonight on the liquor scam. Viewers, question number 1. Did Arvind Kejriwal know about the introduction of the excise policy to promote the liquor industry in Delhi? 2. Did private liquor players make hundreds of crores extra because of the leeway that the Kejriwal government and its policy gave them? 3. Was the import pass free for crates of beer removed by the Kejriwal government? 4. Did the Kejriwal government also waive the tendered license fee for some liquor sellers? 5. What was the logic on the basis of which the Kejriwal government allowed 2 liquor vendors in each ward in Delhi? 6. What was the need to allow restaurant bars to sell liquor up to 3 a.m. across Delhi? Mr. Kejriwal, this meant that you could sell liquor in restaurants in Delhi almost till dawn. 7. Is Manish Sisodia the direct minister in charge? Is Kejriwal's right-hand man the man who brought in all these changes to help the liquor mafia? 8. Did this excise policy get withdrawn by the Delhi government a few weeks back? 9. Did the Delhi government suddenly turn its very pro-liquor policy, change it after realizing that there has been a lot of anger across people in Delhi as well as rampant corruption directly benefiting the liquor lobbies? 10. Did the Kejriwal government in this cabinet note of which, ladies and gentlemen, I have a copy, accept on record that its decisions helped the liquor mafia make a lot of money in a big way? 11. Kejriwal says he wants to make India number 1. But will he admit that in Delhi, he made the liquor mafia number 1 as a result of his policies? 12. How do the people benefit if the liquor mafia benefits? 13. The Kejriwal government says their liquor policy was aimed at getting more revenue. But doesn't this cabinet note say exactly the opposite? That far from more revenue, the government lost revenue. It didn't even reach half its projections. 14. Is Kejriwal therefore responsible for making the National Capital Region a liquor guzzler, a bigger liquor guzzler more than ever before? And all this was happening in the COVID period. 15. In 10 years, therefore, has Arvind Kejriwal gone from promising a fight against corruption to defending a flawed and corrupt policy that helps the liquor mafia? Ladies and gentlemen, what does that do to his image? And finally, question number 16 tonight. Can Kejriwal defend his liquor policy on national television? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, not the usual charges about being targeted politically. Can Kejriwal say on national television that his liquor policy has not hurt the people and helped the liquor mafia? Ladies and gentlemen, the nation, Mr. Kejriwal, wants to know. The nation, Mr. Kejriwal, hear me loud and clear, wants to know tonight. The liquor scam is my first big debate this evening. And following up on that, if you look at the teacher scam and the liquor mafia scam, the land scams, will the government get public support in its fight on these corruption cases? All this and more tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a packed Friday evening and here are the headlines this 19th of August on the debate tonight.
आज मनीष सिसोदिया को दुनिया का सबसे अच्छा शिक्षा मंत्री घोषित किया गया, लेकिन उसके घर सीबीआई पहुंच के रेड मारने के लिए।
Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia raided by the CBI in a massive Delhi liquor scam.
शराब के ठेकों में दिल्ली में भयंकर भ्रष्टाचार हुआ। अरविंद केजरीवाल और मनीष सिसोदिया की सांठगांठ सामने आई, इसीलिए शराब नीति को वापस लिया।
CBI draws direct link to undue benefits from its excise policy. Will Team Kejriwal speak on the scale of the allegations about helping the liquor mafia? Big boost to liquor mafia under Kejriwal. Liquor sales skyrocketed, liquor revenue slumped massively. Does it add up? Will Kejriwal answer the specific questions on helping the liquor mafia?
अगला जो चुनाव होगा 2024 का लोकसभा, वो आम आदमी पार्टी वर्सेस भारतीय जनता पार्टी होगा।
At least 12 news conferences in 12 hours, the Aam Aadmi Party claims Kejriwal is targeted for being a direct contender versus Modi in 2024.
ये कोई एडवर्टाइजमेंट की हुई या ये प्लांटेड वो इस प्रकार की चीज ना हो, तो दोनों आर्टिकल्स में उसी समय पर उसी डेट पीरियड में सेम फोटोज और सेम वर्डिंग्स के साथ कैसे आर्टिकल्स छप सकते हैं?
As the Delhi government flaunts a New York Times article, the BJP hits back and points to a similar article in the Khalij Times, says it is a paid plant. And corruption crackdown across states and across party lines. Will the government get public support? Big debate at 10 p.m. tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, Arvind Kejriwal's right-hand man, his deputy, his go-to man, the Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia, is being raided today by the CBI in a horrifying liquor scam. The allegations in the liquor scam are very serious. They go against public interest. And the allegation is very, very simple. That the Arvind Kejriwal government helped liquor barons. That the Arvind Kejriwal government helped the liquor mafia make windfalls. That while the people of Delhi were very angry at liquor shops opening up everywhere and big discounts and opportunities being given to the liquor mafia, their point of view was being disregarded. The allegation is that bribes were paid. We don't have a direct link on that yet. But the whole issue is gathering a lot of public interest. Ladies and gentlemen, Kejriwal's party says that he's the man who's going to take on Narendra Modi. But with the present position of two of his key people caught in very, very, very serious cases of corruption, what happens to his image? Let's debate.
The Aam Aadmi Party rolled out an all-new liquor excise policy in November 2021.
पूरी तरह से एक ट्रांसपेरेंट फेयर प्रैक्टिसेस वाली पॉलिसी जो शराब माफिया को नीचे लेके आएगी, शराब माफिया के खिलाफ शिकंजा कसेगी और अपराधियों के और शराब के बेचने वालों के बीच जो गठजोड़ बन जाता है उसको तोड़ेगी। उस तरह की एक पॉलिसी ग्रुप ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स ने रिकमेंड की, जिसको आज सरकार ने मंजूर किया है।
The controversy that followed was almost immediate.
सर, दिल्ली के मुख्यमंत्री ने वायदा किया था साफ पानी देने का, मगर आज दिल्ली का मुख्यमंत्री शराब दे रहे हैं दिल्ली की जनता को।
But now it is more than just a political face-off. The CBI is out conducting raids.
What we have learned so far is that 31 locations are being searched in total, including Gurugram, Hyderabad, Bengaluru and others as well. And what we have learned is that 4 public servants are also being searched. We have also learned from our sources that some documents which should not have been there have been found at Manish Sisodia's residence and also at the house of one public servant. Incriminating evidence and digital records have been found so far.
There are 3 key areas that the Central Bureau of Investigation is looking at. One-time waiver of 143 crore rupees to the liquor lobby who applied for a tender. Second was a waiver of about 30 crore rupees to an L1 bidder at the airport zone. The same bidder who did not get the NOC from the airport authorities, and the third aspect being the reduction of the price of imported beer. All of this, the CBI essentially suspects, has resulted in the loss of public exchequer.
The press conferences of both Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP are happening since morning. Allegations and counter-allegations. Aam Aadmi Party keeps talking about the New York Times article which lauded the education policy, but the BJP continuing to say that the entire case is not even on the education, it is on the liquor policy.
पे हमारे कितने लोगों पे ये लोग रेड कर चुके हैं, कुछ नहीं मिला, अभी भी कुछ नहीं मिलेगा. तो सीबीआई अपना काम कर रही है, उसे घबराने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. सीबीआई को हम अपना काम करने दें. उनको ऊपर से आदेश हैं कि भाई इनको तंग करना है, ऊपर से आदेश हैं, अड़चने अड़ाओ. अड़चने आएंगी, काम नहीं रुकेगा. अड़चनों से काम किसी भी हालत में रुकने देना नहीं है.
शराब के ठेकों में दिल्ली में भयंकर भ्रष्टाचार हुआ. अरविंद केजरीवाल और मनीष सिसोदिया की सांठगांठ सामने आई, इसीलिए शराब नीति को वापस लिया.
In over half a dozen press conferences through the day, the Aam Aadmi Party spoke of everything. Everything from the Hooch tragedy in Gujarat to the New York Times article to the school achievements to the corporate wave-offs by public sector banks. Anything but the issue at hand, the excise policy.
क्या कार्रवाई होती है बीजेपी नेताओं पर ईडी सीबीआई की? येदियुरप्पा जेल गया.
गुजरात जो एक ड्राई स्टेट माना जाता है, जहां शराबबंदी है, उस सूबे गुजरात में सालाना 10,000 करोड़ से भी ज्यादा गैर कानूनी शराब, इल्लीगल शराब का व्यापार होता है. ये भाजपा के लोग ही चलाते हैं. कभी सीबीआई गुजरात गई?
पूरी दुनिया के अंदर अरविंद केजरीवाल जी के शिक्षा मॉडल और स्वास्थ्य मॉडल की चर्चा है. शानदार स्कूलों की चर्चा है, एजुकेशन की चर्चा है, वर्ल्ड क्लास मोहल्ला क्लिनिक्स की चर्चा है, अस्पतालों की चर्चा है, मुफ्त इलाज, मुफ्त टेस्ट, मुफ्त दवाइयों की चर्चा पूरी दुनिया में हो रही है.
4 big points emerge from the FIR that has been registered by the Central Bureau of Investigation, in which 15 people have been named as an accused, including the Deputy Chief Minister of Delhi, Manish Sisodia. They say that liquor companies and middlemen were actively involved in framing this excise policy, which was proposed in the year 2020 and then implemented in 2021, effectively only helping the liquor mafia.
While the investigation itself is limited to the excise policy tweak by Manish Sisodia, each of the AAP press conference came out as pushing a political narrative in which the party is seen as a principal challenger to the BJP in 2024, even trying to turn it into a Kejriwal versus Modi contest.
मोदी वर्सेस कौन है? जनता के दिलों में ये बात जग चुकी है कि 2024 का चुनाव मोदी वर्सेस केजरीवाल होने जा रहा है.
But in my hand is the cabinet note of August 1, based on which a decision was taken to revert back to the old policy and ditch the new one. It almost reads like a mea culpa. Talks about revenue loss of having created monopolies. Exactly the stuff under investigation by the CBI now.
There are some grave allegations leveled against 2 ministers of the Delhi government, Satyendra Jain and Manish Sisodia. For how long, perhaps, can the Aam Aadmi Party government hide behind Western media articles? It's time to talk facts. Let's debate.
Shazia Elmi of the BJP versus Akshay Marathi of the Aam Aadmi Party. Also joining the panel, Ishkaran Singh Bhandari and Saurabh Shukla, and Dr. Piyush Joshi and Syed Asad Abbas. Mr. Marathi, my first question is to you. The Arvind Kejriwal government, Aam Aadmi Party government, they revised the formulation of rates of foreign liquor, and they also removed the levy of the import pass fee and said we will reduce it by 50 rupees per case of beer. This did not only help beer, the sale of beer, this also made the sale of foreign liquor cheaper for retail. So there was a direct benefit for the sale of foreign liquor and beer. Mr. Marathi, I would like you to tell me how this benefits the people. Please give me specific replies today. Please don't come with a prepared statement. If you give me a prepared statement, I will repeat my question. Do you want me to repeat my question, or do you understand my question?
Arnab, I will say my part and you will allow me to speak uninterrupted for 2 minutes.
No, 1 minute.
You can
just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Akshay.
No, let me
No. I may not agree to that.
No, let me.
I may not. No, 1 minute.
That's
1 minute.
fine.
1 minute. Just
No,
1
that's
minute.
fine, but you have invited
1 minute. Just 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. I have asked a question. And I think
Allow me to
the
answer
question.
and you
No.
cannot interrupt
You
me.
are saying I will not answer your question.
Interrupt me.
I am asking you a
saying you will
question.
not interrupt me.
Akshay, I'm asking you a question.
saying-
Did you?
saying I
Did
will-
you? Do you admit?
No, let me speak.
No. Okay,
No,
so
let
you
me speak.
answer my question and then say your piece. But you cannot say I will not answer your question. I will say my piece because my question is
No,
very
I can
specific.
say that. I can say that because it's important to set the context here.
No.
Arnab. Please allow
My
me just 1
context
minute.
is the liquor
Allow
scam.
me to.
No, you
No,
need
my
to. You
context
need
is
to
the
answer
entire
the
8
question.
years of the BJP
No,
government
Akshay.
who has repeatedly- who has repeated- No,
You
Arnab,
need to.
Arnab, this can
Akshay,
keep
did
going.
you
This
help
can
the
keep
sale
going on.
of foreign liquor and beer in Delhi?
Arnab, this can keep going on. Now let me say my part, okay? In the last 8 years, this is not the first time that the BJP government, CBI, ED, IB, Delhi police has registered cases against the Aam Aadmi Party leaders. I'm having deja vu, Arnab, because 6 years ago, I had come on a very similar debate on one of your channels where you had raised your papers like that saying today Manish Sisodia has been raided by the CBI. There is a case filed against Mr. Manish Sisodia by the CBI. It's been 6 years since then, and I feel like I'm stuck in some kind of a loop here. Because every few years, the BJP tries to level these allegations against Aam Aadmi Party
1 second.
leaders,
6 years back,
but
can you
not one
kindly tell me?
single
No,
case.
I'm just trying to clarify here. Just a moment. You said that you came on my program 6 years back. Which case? Where? Which program? Because I don't think you came on my program 6 years back because you said something. I have my doubts. Which program
Sure,
did you come on mine 6 years back? And which case was that? Just jog my memory.
Sure. In 2016, the Central Bureau of Investigation, the CBI, raided the residence of Mr. Manish Sisodia. I request your channel to actually Google this and you can show it on screen. Okay, now this is a fact that nobody can challenge. I said that 6 years ago, I had gone on debates on one of your channels. It may have been your channel or it may have been one of the many channels that you have been a part of in the past. It can be any news channel. But my point is that this is a broken record and a repeat script that the BJP keeps running over and over and over and over, but not a single time is the BJP able to convict an Aam Aadmi Party leader. Why is it that this happens, Arnab? Can you guarantee?
Okay.
Can you guarantee
Now
that when the court acquits us, can you guarantee that you will?
Yeah. Now my point is here. Please allow me. Akshay, I allowed you to say my piece. No. Shazia, allow me to now set the context. Because viewers, this is a very highly watched debate tonight, 9:16. I have only 6 participants. So everybody will get their chance to speak. I now believe that in national interest, we need to discuss the charges and the issue at hand, which is the liquor scam. I will get into it in detail. I will get into it in detail. And I must say, Akshay Marathe has the right to respond or not to respond to it. But nobody except me will decide the agenda of the debate. Let me make that clear, Akshay. The day you become a TV anchor, run your own channel, become an editor, do a show, and decide the editorial agenda. Till then, this is Republic, and I will set the agenda. So my question is repeated to you. Saurabh, is that fair? Saurabh, is that fair? I'm saying let's discuss the liquor scam.
You know, Arnab, I want to add here quickly for my fellow panelists. Aam Aadmi Party came on the plank of removing corruption. I speak as a citizen and a journalist. People expected Aam Aadmi Party to clamp down on corruption. And these are serious charges. I'm not going to do veracity of charges, but you must explain to the people in Delhi, in Punjab, who gave you the mandate on what these charges are all about. And nobody is questioning Aam Aadmi Party's policy on education. Mr. Kejriwal said, I heard the press conference, that, he has been, touted as for education model. But this is a very serious charge. This is about a liquor policy. So you must clarify to the people of India.
So I think that sets it. So I would say that
come clean on this.
I would say the appropriate thing to do tonight. And when we were planning for this debate, Ishkara and I said we have only 3 versus 3 tonight. I want everyone to speak. My intention is to either prove or disprove that there is a liquor scam. I am coming with no preconceived notions. I am not saying here Kejriwal is bad, BJP government is good. No, but I want to know whether there was a liquor scam. Because if there was a liquor scam, there was a liquor scam. I repeat my question. Akshay, please answer my question this time at least. Was the levy of import pass fee of 50 rupee per case on beer removed? And also, did this make foreign liquor as well as retail sales of beer cheaper? And did this give benefits to the liquor mafia? Please answer my question, sir.
Valid question, Arnab. Very categorically, I want to say this is a false allegation. And I think neither you nor me is the court of law in this country. Neither is the BJP, neither is the CBI. It is the job of the CBI to investigate. I am welcoming, on record, I'm saying I welcome the CBI investigation. I'm very happy, in fact, that the CBI is investigating this case, because repeatedly it has happened. The CBI has investigated, it has gone to the court. The courts have said there is no evidence. They have lambasted the Delhi police, in fact, many times, for engaging in vendetta politics against the Aam Aadmi Party. So we are very happy that this
Akshay, I then will let Shazia respond. I am not a court of law. Akshay, allow me 1 minute. I am not a court of law. I am not presumptuous about that.
So
I would only like to invite your attention before Shazia responds to page number 4 out of the 16 pages. And don't tell me how I got this paper, because I have got a paper. And page number 4 out of 16, clause number 4, point number 2, which says, this naturally amounts to windfall gain for the existing license holders and leading to the loss of revenue to the exchequer. This is part of a document. Yeah, I'll tell you. Don't worry, I'm completely prepared. Who is saying this? Who is making this grave allegation? Is the point being made tonight. I'm just looking at my annexures and my papers. Viewers, this is being said by Ashish Chandra Verma, Principal Secretary Finance. And this is a document which is secret and confidential. I'm going to hold it up, viewers. Please look at the note here. And this is a document of the government of the National Territory of Delhi. In fact, of the Finance Department. I'm holding it up, ladies and gentlemen. Please look. Everyone, please look. Here, it's secret and confidential. It's a cabinet note, which means it's an admission of the government of Delhi, not the Modi government. It's an admission of the government of Delhi that you led to a windfall for the liquor mafia. And please note here, it says Minister in charge, Shri Manish Sisodia, Honorable Minister of Finance. Ladies and gentlemen, evidence before you.
Principal Secretary Finance?
Pardon me?
Who appoints the Principal Secretary Finance in Delhi?
Who appoints? This is a note for the Council of Ministers of Delhi. 1 minute, 1 minute.
Who appoints him?
No, 1 minute. This is a note. This is a note. This is the Delhi government. This is your government's document. This is your government's document, Akshay. Akshay, this is your government's document.
Very good.
It is part of a, let me further explain to you. One line I will take. Please don't speak over me. One line, and after that I will give you all the time. One line I will tell you. You will then tell me, Arnab, how have you got the note? We should put the National Secrets Act. What did they want to put against me, Ishkaran, about a year and a half back? Arnab should be charged under National... what is National Secrets Act?
Official Secrets Act.
Official Secrets Act and be arrested. Okay, I will be arrested now on the basis of this. But this note is part of a note of the Delhi government, which was passed, I'll tell you the date. What was the date? I think it was 3 or 4 weeks back, where you decided to go back to the earlier policy, admitting the flaws in this policy. So this is all your government's observations, sir, not CBI.
Now let me respond. Unfortunately, Arnab, in our government, the bureaucrats, the IAS officers are appointed by the Lieutenant Governor, who is a stooge of the Bharatiya Janata Party. And this is a fact. I am not making this up. This is the constitutional arrangement in our country. And on record, I am saying that the BJP, its officers, its CBI, and also the BJP spokespersons.
One minute. Akshay again. Before you arrest me under the Official Secrets Act, I shall tell you. And last, I'm now handing over to Shazia. I hate to tell you this. This note is of the 1st of August. The note says that Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia comes to this conclusion. It is therefore Manish Sisodia's own ordering. Sisodia even quotes the Chief Secretary, whose report in fact became the basis of the CBI investigation. This is a report prepared under political guidance of your government. What are you defending?
Okay, now allow me to respond to
this. Is your government admission.
There are two. Now let me respond, Arnab. There are two parts of this question. Did we roll back the excise policy or not? Yes, we did. Shazia, let me finish my point. It's all yours after that. It's all yours after that. It's all yours, Shazia. Let me give me one. No, thank you, Shazia. But let me finish my point. Arnab asked an important question. Let me finish my point.
And we will discuss.
I'm just saying that whether the liquor policy was rolled back or not, is a policy matter. That does not prove corruption of any kind. Show me how rolling back of the liquor policy amounts to corruption.
Okay.
Show me where the CBI says that because the Delhi government has rolled back its liquor policy,
okay, Shazia. Now we are in a very interesting point, and I think Akshay, see, you had almost a free pass first part of the debate, and now Shazia should respond. Shazia. They are saying we rolled back the policy.
So
don't question us.
I think we've seen enough of this. No, we heard a lot of things and a whole lot of gobbledygook. But let's not go into the policy and why it was all a scam and where did the corruption start, and let's break it up. So, for instance, it cannot be denied that 144 crores plus this kind of money was taken away from the state exchequer to be given to the liquor mafia. And for what? This was a refund that had to be given to them, which was not the duty of the state, and it was not for Manish's to do because it was done without the authority of the competent without the consent of the competent authority, because they did not have the licenses from the airport. The airport licenses requisite for this purpose. So this was one, a loss to the exchequer. Two, in which beer was sold, deliberately. The way the calculations were done, as you mentioned earlier, and as is stated, and it's also part of the charge sheet, let me tell you, 50 rupees per case was reduced so as to benefit the sharab mafia or the liquor mafia. Not just that, let me go on. The rule suggested that once successfully bid, it is a responsibility to complete on the responsibilities. The government did not have to refund the bidder, but to made the exchequer's money, which was people of Delhi's money, to pay the private mafia. The Excise Department order without approval of competent authority revised the formula as I just mentioned. Extension of such benefit after the tender has been awarded amounts to extending an undue benefit to the licenses. Excise Department also convolutedly relaxed the provisions for the tender document to provide undue financial favors to the licensees, when it should have taken coercive action for default in payment of license fee, interest and penalty for non-genuine reasons. I can go on, but I'm so happy and vindicated today. I saw this ugly, corrupt side of Aam Aadmi Party, Kejriwal and gang many years back. Now it is for everybody to see. And I am so glad that people can see, and this is them for everybody to see. And the fact of the matter is the corruption, blatant corruption, and the fact that they've sold their conscience and the rampant and unbridled greed that the party indulges in is out for everybody to see. And every answer they have is, what is CBI doing? The EDI is doing a witch hunt. The fact of the matter is, can you deny that 144 crores was taken out of the Delhi's exchequer, which was not for yours to give? This is people of Delhi and the undue licenses and favors were given
and viewers, a moment.
Shame on you and Aam Aadmi Party.
Well, again, we have just got information. The breaking news is that 12 IAS officers who may have been involved in this have been transferred by the Lieutenant Governor. There is a lot of public conversation on this subject right now, and I think that I think the issue here is on corruption. I would like to I would like to bring in Ishkaran and Piyush and Syed.
These officers?
Shame on you.
Arnab, who transferred these officers?
Ladies and gentlemen, the Lieutenant Governor has transferred these officers.
Gobbledygook.
BJP's Lieutenant Governor has transferred Delhi government's officers, right? That's what you're saying.
Yes.
Go on. Nahi chalega.
Are you defending them?
That proves my point.
Are you defending these officers?
BJP. I am saying it is the BJP who controls these officers.
No, but are you defending the actions of the officers? I think, Ishkaran, my question is whether you defend the actions of these officers. That is my question tonight.
Arnab, can I speak now? I'm responsible for any work of the officers who are reporting directly to the BJP's Lieutenant Governor.
Can I make my point
now?
You
have said today that the Lieutenant Governor transfers and posts these officers.
Arnab, can I make my point now? Arnab, let us deal with the scam. You raised 16 points, right? And how did Mr. Kejriwal in his press conference, I saw on your channel, answer that? It's a scam to do with excise, daru, whiskey, rum ke andar, thekon ke andar corruption hai. Defense mein they bring out a New York Times article on education. Whatever be the merits of New York Times, how does a CBI raid on a दारू का ठेका स्कैम रिलेट टू एजुकेशन सेंटर? ये लॉजिक समझने के लिए दिल्ली के सारे ठेके खाली होने पड़ेंगे, जनता को ड्रंक होना पड़ेगा. Then only you can understand this logic, because it's a very precise case. What is the case? Don't interrupt, please. Don't interrupt. I didn't interrupt you. Please don't interrupt. It's a very. Don't interrupt. Don't interrupt. Don't heckle. Let me just finish my point. Let me please finish my point. Let me finish my point. I need to finish the point. You cannot heckle me. Let me finish my point. Nobody interrupted you. आप जिसको दारू बेचना चाहते हैं, जैसे बेचना चाहते हैं, बेचिए, जब तक देश की या दिल्ली की जनता को लुटते नहीं है. Now let me deal with the point. Let me deal with the point. Let me deal with the point. It's a precise raid on 11-12 points by the CBI. An article you get published because you have massive revenues. RTI reveals Delhi government's expenditure on ads has increased by 4,200%. So you can manage anything, you cannot manage anything. That's for you to decide. But it's a case with excise. Let's stick to excise. What is the case here? Let me ask you a simple question. Since when do people in contractual disputes with government get 30 crores back without going to court? Let any lawyer tell you the normal procedure says you go to court, you get a court order. Even then the governments don't pay you. You have to file a contempt petition to get money back. Here, 30 crores is refunded back. It is not forfeited because the magnificence of Manish Sisodia believes I should return it. Or 144 waiver is given without any application or without.
What he's saying is, I actually want an answer to that.
And let me just finish 30 seconds more. In contractual disputes, since when do you get money back from government without going to court? Million traders, million businessmen will be very happy if government does that.
I got your point. I will elaborate on that. And I seek an answer from the Aam Aadmi Party national spokesperson. The question being here, viewers, let me summarize this point again, for we are well versed with the facts. And what is fantastic about this debate on Republic, viewers, is that this is the only channel in the country. This is the only network in the country which is discussing the scam. The problem is on all the other networks. As of this minute, viewers, you will know, they don't discuss the scam. They just discuss the aspect of political malice or not of malice, and therefore the viewer does not get informed. On Republic, we are informing the viewers about the scam. And Akshay Marathe, I request you to answer my next question, for which I will give you a full opportunity. And my next question to you is this. My next question to you is this.
Should know that my next question from the BJP's allegations.
My next question to you is this. No, one second. My next question to you is this. These are not even a BJP allegation. This is part of written records. This is part of written records. It is not a BJP allegation. And if it is factually untrue, you should say it's untrue. But if it is not untrue, you should answer it. And my question to you is the following, Akshay. Allow me, please, Shazia, 1 minute. Was 30 crore rupees of earnest money deposit given back to the lowest bidder for the city's airport zone after they failed to obtain a no objection certificate from the airport authorities? And if so, was it done purely on the discretionary basis by the Delhi government or not? Akshay, see, this is Republic. I am Arnab. I ask these kind of questions only. I will not ask you the usual question. If you want me to repeat the question, I will.
I don't want you to repeat the question. I want your viewers to know that this is a BJP allegation. This is not Arnab Goswami's allegation. It is an allegation leveled by the Bharatiya Janata Party. So Arnab, you should not give your credibility to the allegations made by the BJP today, because I am saying that they are false allegations. I don't want your good name to be soiled by the BJP's false allegations on an important show like this. Because in the past also, Arnab, these kinds of allegations have come up and they have fallen flat.
I repeat to you.
So
I ask you today. I ask you today. Thank you for your concern about my good name. But I ask you today. I ask you today, is it true or not? And therefore, are you saying that if it is true that 30 crore was refunded, despite not getting an NOC, will you admit your government has carried out an act of corruption?
Arnab, I want to request you that when Mr. Sisodia is acquitted by the courts of law, you will read out the acquittal also with the same fervor.
I promise you I will. But till then, answer my question.
No, don't run away.
No, so till then, I want to very categorically say again and again that this is a false allegation. The BJP is concocting a story to sully the name of Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, because Mr. Kejriwal has become a big contender against Mr. Modi. Mr. Kejriwal's education and healthcare model has now attained international fame, and that is why the health minister and the education minister are being targeted by the Bharatiya Janata Party. And this is something that has been proved time and time again. This is not the first time that they have done this. This is not the first time that the BJP has gone after one of our ministers. Every time they go after our ministers, they come out clean. So the BJP should be wary of becoming completely
commissions, kickbacks, bribes, corruption. You've been caught. It's not working.
Are you the CBI? Are you the court of law? Are you the High Court of India?
No, it's not working. Try
Court of India. How do you know?
You've done it. If you've done it,
whatever you want. Why should the people believe you? If the CBI was failing to prosecute Aam Aadmi Party leaders for the last 8 years, what is the credibility of the CBI today? What is the credibility of the CBI, which has failed to prosecute and convict an Aam Aadmi Party leader in the last 8 years? How should we believe you? Why should the people of India believe this nonsense today? Shazia, what is the credibility of the CBI when it has failed to prove even a single case?
Okay, Piyush, I want Syed wants to say something here. Syed, here's a fact tonight. Here's a fact. I have two bits of information, and both bits of information are sourced from the Delhi government. The first bit of information I have is that the sales of wine went up by 87%, and the sales of whiskey went up by 59%. So wine 87%, whiskey 57%. But did the government revenue go up? No. It did not translate to increased government revenue. So people made the money, government did not make the money, people did not make the money, liquor lobby made the money. Now I want to think about it here. I want to think about it here. No, 1 minute. So that you understand. This is also admitted in the notes, which I've seen, the secret document which I put, where it is said that during the Q1 of the current fiscal, 1485 crores was realized, which is 37.5% below the budget estimates for the current fiscal. So, viewers, I'll put it simply. Whiskey sales go up 89%, 87%. No, 57%. Wine sales go up 87%. Government revenue goes down 37%. So the money has gone missing somewhere. You see, if the sales go up, revenue goes up. But here sales are going up, revenue is not going up, which means the money is going to someone else's pocket, and that can only be the liquor mafia.
Yes. Excise collections.
Are you getting it? Syed, do you understand what I'm saying? Yes, please.
And Arnab, in your defense, you are asking the right questions. I heard you very carefully. Now let me address one by one. A request to my panelists, 40 minutes into the debate, allow me 2 minutes, please. First point, 143 crore. Second one, 30 crore refunded. The ones you're asking about, the wine and whiskey price going up, directly proportional, but in turn there is a loss. The fact of the matter here is, Arnab, we need to look at this categorically. And yes, I look at this as opposition to the BJP. Why is BJP rattled today with Manish Sisodia? Why are they rattled? Are these allegations or this High Court order of Delhi? Is the Supreme Court said Manish Sisodia is a criminal? No, these are allegations like Shazia Ilmi, there was a sting operation on you. What happened?
There goes personal.
When you were in Aam Aadmi Party. So therefore, today, CBI, ED, IT have become cage parents of the Bharatiya Janata Party. The 36th department, I lose complete faith. Let me tell you, all along CBI, ED, IT come raid me. My name is Sanesh Subhas. I stay in Bangalore, Karnataka.
Audio for sale.
You will not be. The people of India, 130 crore Indians, are not foolish, madam. They know BJP today is using CBI IT in its own pocket fame. But लश्कर भी तुम्हारा, सरदार भी तुम्हारा, तस्वीर तो अखबार भी तुम्हारा, ये ज्यादा दिन नहीं चलने वाला. You are going to fall on your feet. Today, what used to blame Congress used CBI IT. Today, BJP is using CBI IT. Shame on you, BJP, for doing that. And let me also tell you, this, what happened to CBI behind Himanta Biswa Sarma? What happened to Yadurappa of my state of Karnataka? What about Janardhan Reddy, mining capsters of Karnataka? What about Mukul Roy? What about madam? The fact of the matter is, you lost the elections on Chandni Chowk. The people answered you because you are guilty. You are guilty, Shazia Ilmi. You are a Dalma. Today you have zero credibility. You are an AAP party. You are a booth of Arvind Kejriwal.
They'll make you an AAP party spokesperson. Very good.
आपका कोई credibility नहीं है. You are a IRM, BRM. Today up, tomorrow Congress, tomorrow BJP.
Okay, now, one minute. Piyush on the other side. Piyush Joshi, please, hasn't spoken. Piyush Joshi from Indore. Piyush.
No. You can do
Piyush wants to say something to Shazia. Piyush.
I don't want to say anything to Miss Ilmi.
Not in Delhi.
I just want to say something in the way she was speaking about what about. It was a parrot-like stance. And similarly, CBI is acting. Now, as far as the loss of revenue is concerned that you mentioned in the report, it was not about an actual loss of revenue. It was as compared with the budget estimates. Because in budget, you make a certain assessment, you make an estimation that we are going to gain this much amount by increasing the liquor sales to that proportion. Now, what has happened that as per estimated by the budget, the first financial year quarter of 22-23 was the actual earning by the government was lesser as compared to the budget estimates, and that is why the whole policy was revised. Now, as far as the cases of corruption is concerned, for any kind of corruption to be established, there has to be an establishment of the fact of the quid pro quo. So, where is the quid pro quo? The CBI has to establish, the court has to decide. So, unless and until there is a quid pro quo, you cannot keep on saying that a policy change matter is a matter of corruption. So, that's pretty simple. So,
in the 2G scam, Piyush, I just want to add one point before you come in. One point, just a small counter to you, Piyush. Piyush, when the 2G scam happened and when Arvind Kejriwal was part of India against corruption, allow me to complete. When Arvind Kejriwal was part of India against corruption, when the 2G scam happened, at that time Kapil Sibal, Congress government said, these are only estimates. But Kejriwal said, what are you talking about? It's a loss of revenue to the exchequer. So there is corruption. Same argument of Kejriwal is being put to him. And you are saying Kejriwal's argument of 2010 should not be applicable on Kejriwal in 2022. No, your entire argument is that. You see, remember the zero loss theory of, you remember the zero loss theory of Kapil Sibal then?
No. Listen, Manish Sisodia.
You remember the zero loss theory then?
The Aam Aadmi Party has welcomed the CBI investigation. Let the CBI investigate whatever they want to investigate.
Okay. Saurabh is already speaking. Saurabh on the left. Saurabh. Yes, Saurabh. One minute, before Saurabh.
Arnab, what about the note, sir? Allow me a minute. You have spoken. Allow me a minute. What about the note put by the finance secretary, which has been shown by Arnab? This is the IAS officer who's recording a certain observation. What do you say to that? It's a loss of public money.
Because there is this Kejriwal model which is based on education and healthcare. And by putting Satyendra Jain behind the bars,
Please understand, yet you have to listen to cogent arguments. What about the...
Look, I was silent for 40 minutes. I didn't interfere.
I didn't interfere.
There is a don't speak over each other. Both of you have a right to speak. Both of you have a right to speak. You just hear him and you respond to him, Piyush, after that. Just hear Saurabh's counter to you and you respond after that, Piyush. Yeah.
What about that note put by the senior bureaucrat? And you should not doubt the integrity of the officers of the Indian Administrative Service. And I want to say to the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson that these bureaucrats work under your ministers. Don't
Nobody is
don't
deny
the facts are that these bureaucrats who are deployed to the Delhi government work under the ministers.
Either you want to listen to the facts or you want to keep on creating a certain narrative.
There is a seriousness. You must explain. And nobody is saying that you are guilty.
That's what I did.
Prove, yes. But what about these charges?
I explained.
You must answer to the people of India.
I explained the same fact, but you don't want to hear something which is unpleasant to your ears. What am I going to do if you don't want to listen to it?
There is a question of corruption.
Corruption, where is the quid pro quo? Either you don't want to hear the clarification because it doesn't suit you. Either you don't want to hear my side of the argument because it doesn't suit you. How are we then going to debate?
I'd like to ask you, Piyush, and actually that question is appropriate to Akshay. Akshay, in the names of the accused persons who I have here, number 1 is Mr. Manish Sisodia, Deputy Chief Minister, Government of the National Capital Territory of Delhi. Number 11 is Shri Dinesh Arora, who stays in Gujranwala Town, Phase 1, Delhi 9. Now, my question is very specific, Akshay. If Mr. Dinesh Arora is a beneficiary and Mr. Manish Sisodia is the policy maker, and Manish Sisodia introduces the policy, and several people, including Mr. Dinesh Arora and allegedly Mr. Sunny Marwa, who is known to the Ponti Chadda group, are beneficiaries. Did Mr. Sisodia know Mr. Dinesh Arora? Ever meet him? Because the BJP leaders have tweeted some pictures alleging that there have been personal meetings. Can you explain whether these personal meetings happened and whether there is been contact between two of the accused in this FIR?
Arnab, first of all, going by pictures, was Mr. Nirav Modi and Mehul Choksi related to the Prime Minister? Can we say that because there are pictures of Mr. Nirav Modi with the Prime Minister of India, therefore the money that Mr. Nirav Modi has left with him to UK?
You use the pictures, no, but as far as Aam Aadmi Party is concerned, you use those pictures to make a grave allegation.
No, I'm saying it's not connected. I'm saying that the Prime Minister has nothing to do with Mr. Mehul Choksi.
Okay.
But because there are pictures of Mr. Mehul Choksi and the Prime Minister, will you say today on your national television, Arnab, that the Prime Minister is responsible for Mr. Mehul Choksi's actions?
My next question to you is, I carry on to the next question. Would you admit that your government allowed restaurant bars in Delhi to operate till 3 in the morning? And can you tell me how this was for the benefit of the people? Because the Delhi police said that this is a law and order challenge. Obviously, what kind of people will go drinking till 3 in the morning? And what will happen if people start drinking till 3 in the morning? You also, after that, allowed independent restaurants in 5-star hotels to serve liquor for 24 hours at a reduced fee of 25 lakhs per year. So if I look at the sum total of your policies, you were doing a lot to make sure that people in Delhi consume a lot of liquor. How is this beneficial to the people of Delhi?
Did we make liquor free of cost, Arnab?
Why? No, did I say that?
No, so then how is it beneficial? How is it?
Can you tell me why should liquor be sold till 3 in the morning?
How is it incentivizing?
Why should liquor be sold till 3 in the morning?
No, that's a policy matter. How is it your concern?
Policy matter is your response.
Not just that.
No,
Shazia is responding.
In Mumbai,
provided only for women.
One second.
No, I want to say something.
The Delhi police. No, Shazia, let me first finish my point.
Okay, Shazia, let him finish. Shazia, let him finish. Shazia, I will come to you. Let him finish. No, because this is a very important last 2 minutes of the debate. Let him finish and I'll come back to you. No, let him finish and I'll come back to you, please.
Yeah, okay. Answer this as well.
Yeah, you will. Hot debate tonight, viewers.
There was also a pink service offered. Only for women.
You are so much older than me.
Can avail of
you know, I'm very young. Let me get in a few words and then you can speak, Shazia.
You were talking about.
It's nothing to do with age. I agree.
It's to do with how corrupt you are.
Don't dominate.
Okay. Shazia,
let me finish my point.
Shazia, let him complete. Shazia, let him complete. Shazia.
So let's not go there.
Yeah, let him complete.
For your
special service provided.
Okay.
So that they can avail of booze easily. So imagine the kind of women empowerment done by
Shazia, okay, losing time.
Women to avail of liquor services through a pink line.
Shazia, now let me finish. Thank you so much. Thank you for your contribution.
Of women, particularly, and youngsters.
No, thank you.
And the drinking age.
You made a very important point.
Yeah, thank you for the contribution.
Now let me finish.
Thank you for the contribution.
Thank you.
You've done a great
thing.
Oh God, what's going on here? Thank you, competition on my program.
The Sharab capital that you're making
Arnab, let me finish. Delhi is not the only city in India that allows liquor to be sold after midnight. Mumbai is another city that allows liquor to be sold after midnight. Bangalore has very liberal laws when it comes to selling liquor after midnight. So if Delhi wants to come at par with all the metropolises of India, and it wants to compete with the global tourist destinations of the world, where liquor is allowed to be sold in 5-star hotels 24 hours. It is allowed to be sold after 1 p.m. But the Delhi police that the BJP runs in Delhi is incompetent and cannot protect the citizens of Delhi. How is that the Aam Aadmi Party's fault? Why is the BJP's Delhi police so incompetent in protecting the people, the women of Delhi? Shazia should answer that. Delhi police is run by you, Shazia.
Okay, viewers, this has been a great debate. This has been a great debate. I must say, we've thrown some light. See, we've thrown some light. We brought some facts, and viewers, I am.
What a journey. From 2012 when saying Sheila Dikshit should resign for not protecting Nirbhaya to now saying Delhi police, what have we got to do with Delhi police? What a somersault.
And what did you do with Bilkis Bano? BJP, what did you do?
Viewers, the documents are here. Some of them are secret and confidential, but I'm placing them before you in public interest and only in public interest. For there should be no secrecy when it comes to serving the national interest, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, this is not a national security document. On the other side, with scam after scam after scam tumbling out, as the agencies get into this action mode, it is time for citizens to come together and decide which they want to stand. Will citizens support the government, stand against the government as far as corruption is concerned? Debating that with you on the other side.